call this Happy Days, the week we put Grandma in a nursing home. Now don't judge me too quickly, because you're going to find out in 5 minutes that I am in fact a terrible person, but not probably the way that you think. Sunday, Monday, crappy days. We get a call from the fire department that for the third and fourth time, Grandma has actually single-handedly evacuated her entire apartment building by leaving the food on the stove. Now, the first couple times she did it, I thought, oh well, they get to go out in the fresh air, maybe chat a little bit. That's not too bad. But this time, she left eggs boiling on the stove. Do you know what happens when you leave eggs boiling on the stove? Imagine that it's a warm spring day and you're going to go for a ride in the country, and you put your beloved in the car next to you, you roll down the windows, and you end up in the lush, freshly fertilized fields of mushroom country in Chester County. Yeah, it stinks. Grandma literally put all of her neighbors in a stink. So I rush to the fire department and tell the chief, look, we have been secretly looking for a place for Grandma to live safely. And he says so kindly, get a move on, lady. Tuesday, Wednesday, snazzy days. We get Grandma all dressed up and take her to the two places we've narrowed it down to. The first, the villa. A French-inspired, chic, elegant word that also happens to be the name of the building where we take her. And they have a little fountain there. It's nice, but Grandma says they have the best BLT she's ever tasted. And then we go over to Hearthstone, which is a comfy, cozy, fireplace-inspired place where they just have really good rice pudding and a lot of Afghans thrown around. So this is how Grandma deliberates. Well, it doesn't stink like my apartment. Cathy can come every day to visit me. And ice cream Wednesdays. Check, check, check. But then Grandma says, but I think I'll just go home to my old apartment. No dice, Grandma, you're moving. Thursday, Friday, crabby days. Grandma is not happy, but we managed to find a moving company that will, in fact, get all of her good furniture there in 2 days. And we don't want to lose this great apartment. So I go to her apartment, get her clothes and some of her precious things, and as I'm walking past her bedroom at night, I see that she has spread all her jewelry out onto the table, onto the bed actually, and my teenage daughters are picking through everything and trying it on and doing a little fashion show, and they're having a great time with Grandma, all three of them giggling, and I'm thinking, okay, happy days. Not so fast. The next morning is moving day. Grandma vacillates between her toddler skills and her master negotiation skills. She says, I'm not moving, about every 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden she'll say, you know, I've seen where they're building these yurts in people's large front or backyards, and you have a lot of space. Perhaps we could do that. Who the hell is teaching Grandma about yurts? So I take her to her new apartment, and it's wonderful. It looks just like her old apartment. And so then I take her down for lunch to meet her new table mates. And these ladies could not be more delightful and charming. And they teach her all the right things, like which men to avoid, how to cheat and win at bingo. And on Wednesdays, they wear pink. And so I think, oh my God, Saturday, what a day, dreaming all week for you to be happy, Grandma. And I think, well, I won't go Saturday morning because maybe she'll cement her new gal pal relationship. And you know what? That villa has some really good quick drying cement. Because when I get there, there's a new lady at Grandma's table, Grandma's in her seat, but there's no place for me. And so I think, no big deal, I'll just grab a chair and scooch in. Without even looking up or blinking an eye, Grandma grabs a roll out of the bread box and says, there's no room for you here today, Cathy. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Do you know how long I worried that Grandma would be happy? 66 days. 66 days, including the secret search for a place. I could have been doing some legit worrying about important things like, I don't know, global warming or cottage cheese thighs. Like, I could have done something with that worry time. But I guess I'm happy. I mean, Grandma's acting like happy days are here again. But you see, I am a terrible person because now I can't help any of you with your cottage cheese thighs.